terror, and the missiles, and the Shahed drones, the same weapon you can see here. But the Ukraine House is not here to display what Russia destroys. It is here to show what Ukraine builds: protection, innovation, resilience, solutions that make Europe stronger. And we have learned our hard lessons, and we are ready to share them. Over the next 2 days, the Ukrainian House will be a place to speak about Ukraine, but not only about Ukraine, because this is about all of Europe, from the battlefield to energy security, from supply chains to defense innovation. It would be fair to call this place Europe House, because Europe is our common home, and we all want our home be well protected, prosperous and comfortable. We must take it into our own hands. The time when Europe relied on external powers is over. As I said, no more outsource. We have enough of our own strength. We only need to admit it, and Ukraine is a key source of that real European strength. Across our country, we created so-called points of invincibility and resilience hubs where people get heating, power, and support when Russia tries to destroy life. I want these hubs to be a point of invincibility for the Munich Security Conference, a hub for clear thinking, solidarity, and action, a place of inspiration where you can find your true inner strength. Today, Ukraine is Europe's point of invincibility, its main resilience hub. This house also commemorates our fallen heroes. This is a place of remembrance, and I want to reiterate that remembrance is not a violation. This place turns remembrance into resolve. It reveals our own strength so that we don't have to rely on any security outsource anymore. I am grateful to the Munich Security Conference leadership for making this house possible. And Mr. Pinchuk, congratulations on this success. You managed to create the sense of future and threats that everyone needs to avoid. And also, dear friends, dear colleagues, our famous sportsman Heraskevich was presumed, Vladislav Heraskevich was presumed to attend today's event. And, but unfortunately, he's not with us now. And I want to reiterate once again, he reminded the world what a true Ukrainian dignity is. We are proud of him. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, thank you very much, Minister, for your words. It's now my pleasure to hand the word over to Viktor Pinchuk, who has established the Viktor Pinchuk Foundation, which is one of Ukraine's largest private philanthropy organizations, who is also the founder of the YES annual forum that many of you will know, and also partner here of the Ukraine House. The floor is yours.
Thank you very much. Good morning, dear friend. Thank you that you are here. Thank you very much, Madam President, Madam Minister. Thank you very much you are here with us. It's really great that Munich Security Conference, and this is the initiative, this is idea, organized with partnership with us, with Office of President of Ukraine, this Ukraine House for the first time. And when this news appeared in Ukrainian media, it was really big. It meant something for Ukrainian people. You know, I have an honor from time to time to meet our soldiers, our heroes, and to visit not on the front line, but close to front line, some command centers. And once I visited from outside, it was just ruins, nothing. When I came in, minus first, minus second level, it was like command centers of, you know, spaceships, like I felt I am in NASA command centers. And hundreds of screens, high-tech, absolutely. And our heroes, our soldiers, mainly what they're talking about innovations. And they know the only way to survive, the only way to protect our independence, sovereignty, and to win in this war, to be faster in innovation than our enemy. And this is the message also of this Ukraine house. One example, you can see this real Russian-Iranian joint product Shahed. And, you know, we can see every day, every night, hundreds, sometimes thousands of these Shaheds in Ukrainian skies. And Ukrainian innovative people produce absolutely new high-tech drones interceptors. And now with these drones interceptors, we can see these drones, and you can see even process of production of these drones. Sometimes we can intercept 75, 80%, sometimes 90% of enemies' drones, but unfortunately not 100. And this is, of course, this is huge problem. That's why during this record called Winter in Ukraine, we had millions of Ukrainians stayed without electricity, without light, without water, and in a very cold apartment. And now I have two messages for you. First, dear friends, we need you, and we need you very strong, very safe. You know, of course, that our enemy wants to destroy your security, and that's why one of the messages of this Ukraine House, Ukrainian exhibition, and Ukrainian artist Alexei Sai make this in a very powerful way. Message, change or die. This is first message. And second, one more time, very important for us to have Ukraine House in Germany. But also we need German towers in Ukraine. We need more American Patriots in Ukraine, and we need more money for more investment to our defense industry. We can produce at least twice more drones and interceptors, but just we need more money, we need more investments. And just last, because when I came to this space this morning, first time I felt, look, it's unique synergy between art and weapons. Maybe for first time we can see this. As you can imagine, I am not specialist, not expert in the marketing of defense production, but I think for the first time, and it's very powerful, to show not only weapons, but the cause. Why, for hell, do we need these weapons? We have to protect our children, we have to protect our cities, and this is also a very important message of our Ukraine House. I believe that this Ukraine House will contribute to the achievement of our goal, just, secure peace in Ukraine. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Pinchuk. Before I hand over to the next speaker, just a brief welcome to Christine Lagarde, President of the European Central Bank, joining us here in the Ukraine House. But now it's my pleasure to welcome here on stage Alexander Kamyshin. He is advisor to President Zelensky on strategic affairs, and as you will know, he was also Minister of Strategic Industries and contributed substantially to boosting Ukraine's domestic production. Minister, floor is yours.
Thank you. First of all, I would like to thank the whole free world, and Germany particularly, for standing with Ukraine in this fight. Thank you. Second, in this fight, we learned how to produce Ukrainian weapon, zbroya, and that's something the whole Europe, the whole free world will need in the nearest future. I'm grateful to MSC for hosting Ukrainian House in a new way. I'm grateful to Yes and Viktor Pinchuk for hosting Ukrainian zbroya in the Ukrainian House. Ukrainian zbroya became integral part of Ukraine, and now it's quite logical when it becomes integral part of the Ukrainian House. We don't just show the new type of threat here, Iranian, Russian, Shahid, but we also show Ukrainian response, Ukrainian counter-offensive response to the new type of threats we have. Later today, President Zelensky will announce the opening of the first joint production of Ukrainian drones in Germany. At least 10 joint ventures will happen in Europe by the end of this year. That's our Ukrainian approach to saying thanks to Europe and to Germany for standing with us. We are ready to help make Europe strong again. Thank you.
Thank you very much. It's my pleasure to welcome our next speaker, who is Heiko Thoms, is German ambassador to Ukraine.
Yeah, thank you very much for this opportunity to really thank the Munich Security Conference and Viktor Pinchuk and everyone involved for doing this, to really take Ukraine to the very heart of the Munich Security Conference here. This is very special. We need to remind ourselves, we need to remind everyone of what's happening in Ukraine. Just last week, I visited the combined heat and power plant in Kyiv together with Deputy Prime Minister, which was completely destroyed, which is not coming back this winter. The situation is indeed tough in Ukraine. And what is happening there, let me say this very clearly, these are war crimes, daily war crimes. These heat and power plants have absolutely no military value whatsoever. The Ukrainian arms industry is not affected by this. The Ukrainian soldiers fighting so bravely at the front are not affected by this. This is pure terror. This is only meant to demoralize the people of Ukraine. Well, let me say